Hello, in today's video, I just wanted to record my thoughts currently on the crypto market and just talk out loud on what I think Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to do for the next couple weeks. This is more for myself, but I personally don't really understand. Well, the thing is, I do know that Ethereum will likely underperform Bitcoin during Q4. That is my highest conviction thought right now. And just to double check, or not even triple check, but just looking through the entire history of Ethereum, it's every single Q4 this valuation decreases, meaning Ethereum loses value against Bitcoin every single Q4 without fail. So it's safe to assume that we will be doing that again. Now, I made the wrong assumption to think that as soon as Q4 hits in October, it'll automatically start going that way. But just looking back, that's not necessarily true. And actually, most of the time, it doesn't. Oh, what did I just do? And actually, most of the time, it doesn't start until maybe, right? There's always this like little peak that happens in November. So this one actually is not the case, but a lot of the times, like we're here, right during November, you see that on the bottom of the screenish. There's like a little time frame that says starting from November, there's usually this little peak or a spike up, and that's also true here. October, November, there was this peak or spike up, right? November, this little peak. So it's usually those little peaks or those little spikes happen, and then for the rest of the Q4, starting midway through November, then the entire ETH Bitcoin valuation goes down. So so again, I'm repeating myself, but I think that this eventually will trend down for Q4. Doesn't mean Ethereum is going to lose value. It's just going to, in relative terms, underperform Bitcoin. So Q4, you would want to be overweight Bitcoin. But for the next 15 days, because today is November 1st, I think for the at least for half a month, Ethereum is going to overperform Bitcoin, and then it's going to rapidly shift the other way. So just looking at the charts, it kind of confirms this, but you are also in danger of seeing things in the chart that you want to see, not what's actually true. But it does seem like Bitcoin is in this consolidation zone after just reaching on new all-time highs. It didn't break through and go crazy up like a lot of people expected. It is consolidating a bit. And so when we look at Ethereum's, Ethereum's also hitting new all-time highs, and now it's consolidating a bit. So that's the conundrum that I'm in right now. It's like clearly both of these are, one, very bullish, both in the monthly, weekly, and not really the daily, but the monthly and the weekly, very, very bullish. Made new all-time highs. So now it's just like, okay, I know Bitcoin's going to overperform, but Ethereum's chart looks so good. And so that's why I started to change my thinking and say, okay, well, why not have both? Why not have first 15 days from now be Ethereum good, and then after that, Bitcoin good? So I was just looking at some other altcoins because I checked in the past, and usually when Ethereum has these overperformances, other altcoins overperform Ethereum. So my pick was Axie Infinity, which actually is something that I really missed out on. I should have gotten it way back here when I first heard of it, but I didn't do that. But that's, a lesson learned. Now it's way over here at 130, and right here, make a new high, and then now it's kind of consolidating here. And usually, here's the thing, people would see something like DOT go up. DOT was doing crazy today. Where did it go? Yeah. So the trap that people get into is that they would see a coin go up 12%, and then they'd all rush into that coin. But that's not how you play these markets. What you want to do is get into things that haven't been moving much, AXS has been moving quite a bit this year. But let's say you're just looking at the daily time frame. You're just looking here, okay, it hasn't done much. That is when you should want to get in. When it makes a new high and is coming down and makes, maybe if this is a potential higher low, that's when you want to get in, right? You want to get in when nobody else is really getting in or when it's consolidating. Because if you chase and if you get in when it's already really high, usually what happens is like something like Shiba, like, you know, people like, you know, like for here, right, the strategy works great here if you just get in when it's going higher, but usually the best place to get into Shiba is like right here, right? Not like all the way up here, because then it starts crashing. Not that this is crashing, but you know, this isn't like something I would want to get into. So I got AXS because it's meeting that criteria, right? It's it has a very, very powerful uptrend, and now it's consolidating a bit, and I want to get into that consolidation. And as soon as we get like a little momentum that's hinting on the idea of going up again after it took its break since October. My next favorite was Atomic. Never mind. This is called Cosmos, and then the thing is called Atom. And this is pretty much the same principle, right? Very good momentum, very bullish, and then it breaks new all-time highs, and then it starts testing previous high, and now it's just consolidating. You want to get to these consolidation zones, and then because like let's say it goes below here, well then you get out here, but then you have so much more upside, so the risk reward is very skewed to your favor. Same thing with Solana. Solana didn't make a new all-time high. Actually, yeah, it did right here, right? Yeah, this line is where I drew the previous all-time high. So same formula pretty much. It's very bullish, very bullish, and then you don't FOMO in over here and stuff. You wait for it to take a break. It makes a new all-time high. Now it's bouncing off of like a previous resistance, and now it's consolidating, which is the perfect time to get in. So I also got into a little bit of Solana. What I didn't get into, but I might be considering once I get paid and I get more money, is Matic. So it didn't make a new all-time high yet, but it does seem to be gearing towards that because, you know, broke above previous resistance. Now we're bouncing off of it. And let's say like for a trade, right? Not for long-term purposes, but for a trade, you get in right here. What is your risk to reward? Your risk is that it gets below the previous, and then you sell right here, which is a, which is a, let's say it's a 9% loss, okay? But your upside is that this thing freaking memes, and you know how crypto goes. It could 3x, 4x really easily. So your risk to reward on getting into this right now is very, very small, or very skewed. So that's just my general thoughts. I got into AXS, I got into Atom, and I got into Sol. I have plenty of ETH, ADA, and Bitcoin, but those three other altcoins were my other allocations that I wanted to. And mostly because like I gotta pay off this thing. Super duper annoying. I don't have any money in my debit card. All of my money in my bank account went into crypto. So whenever I get paid, I just put it into crypto. So in the meanwhile, I'm using my credit card, and so now I got to pay off my credit card September or November 15th, so 15 days. So I will know within a month how stupid my idea was to not pay. Well, it's not like I incurred debt. That $1,700 in credit card is what I got this month. Right, so if I don't pay it off in 15 days, then I start incurring interest. So I'm not like being stupid with it. I just really wanted to invest all my money into crypto. And yeah, $1,700 for a college student is really stupid, but I do have enough for that, and that's, so it's not really much of a problem. But I would really like, so that's why I'm like kind of trading right now. Probably not a great idea. Probably very emotional, even though I try not to be. But I really do hope, you know, we get this little altcoin Ethereum burst, right, for the next couple weeks, next couple days before, you know, and then I'll sell it, and then I'll wait for Ethereum and everything to come back down, and then I'm going to buy back in maybe beginning of Q1 of 2022. During that time, Bitcoin will probably overperform. And actually, I haven't checked in maybe a couple days, but I do want to look into Bitcoin. So if you watch this, or if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I like love this stuff. And the main things I look at is the Pi cycle type indicator. Yeah, yeah, this just lets me know when the cycle top is. So right now I'm just eyeing the difference between this and this. And right now the spread is, I should probably do like an Excel sheet. There probably is like a much better way to freaking calculate these, but there is a way to kind of like eyeball predict when it's gonna cross. So right now the spread is around 44%, which usually means we're like 3-4 months out from it crossing. So thus the pi cycle top, or the market cycle top for Bitcoin. So yeah, I don't think Bitcoin's gonna top this year. I really don't. I don't think it's gonna go past 200K either, but I would love to be proven wrong. But more likely than not, it's gonna be between 150 and 200,000 by like June 2022. And in this log curve, very good at getting the tops and bottoms. So I just kind of look at the tops and see where we're at now, 155,000. So that's like our max possibility for February 2022, which is really fair. And lastly, I like going to golden ratio multiplier. So basically every single market cycle happens and we peel off a line. So now the line we're in is the red one, which is our theoretical top-ish, right? But it's not always a top-ish. As we've seen, the last one was purple. We went like up above it and then below it, up below. So each one of these indicators by itself is not powerful, but if you have a whole confluence of different indicators, such as the pi cycle top, which I just showed, the Bitcoin logarithmic curves, which I just showed, and this, and also seeing BLX. I'm sharing everything right now, but I don't really care. RSI monthly. I mean, this is all public knowledge. You just browse around YouTube and other YouTubers, and then you get it also the same like technicals too. So basically, this is also a really good way of there's always two peaks within the cycle. There's the first peak and the mid-cycle pullback, and then the last peak. Same thing here. And we just had ours first mid-cycle pullback. Now the RSI is starting to get above. So once the RSI starts, so basically if the RSI starts getting like over here on this chart, we're like above the red on this chart. We're near the top-ish, the top yellow band on this chart, right? And also, and most importantly, in my opinion, once the pi cycle top indicator starts looking very, very, very narrow, right? Like it's starting to like curve and it starts to look like it's about to cross like this, right? That's when I know when to sell Bitcoin. And after that, dump it all into alts and Ethereum, let that go up a whole bunch, and then sell it all. That's my plan. Not sure how it's going to work out, but I just wanted to go over some stuff today. All right, cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.